Hey guys, so this one's for the watch list. We'll see if it like plays a role into next week, but yeah, we are going to use the watch list in the questions right now. So the first one is Apple. What's going on, Apple? Apple already had its earnings, which sort of helps it out for a bit. But let's get rid of all this white noise. Just brand new blank slate. We have a good. We have a good daily support, which is purple line right here. Um. Okay, that's good. We have a daily. Huh. We have a daily yellow support that broke a while ago. So generally, um, this is sort of like a normal early entry on the first downtrend. Uh, what I could probably see already just by looking at the daily. Uh, I could probably see. Do we have a resistance right here? Oh, we do also have a daily resistance on the blue right here. So a lot going on so far. As of right now, I could probably see Apple going up to like 266 and hit resistance. Hence, we have this red line saying it's like the trend line right now. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour says has a good 4 hour support, which is nice. We have a 4 hour resistance. Uh, that is blue. So generally, once I see this, I wonder. Uh, I'm trying to look on my cheat sheet because this seems pretty familiar. That happened on a yellow and green. So this is a yellow. Do we have a green daily resistance or call? Yeah. But that was sort of way back right here. Um, I do see hitting a resistance right here and have like a downtrend, but there's no verification on it yet. Go back to the 4 hour. 4 hour says resistance. So that's the 4 hour resistance on the blue. So if we have a 4 hour KOV resistance, which is this blue line, I look at the 1 hour and it has to break this 1 hour trend line, which is right here. Um, so yeah, it's pretty much when this orange line crosses black line, that's already indicates a resistance. So hence why we see a like a resistance right here because of the 1 hour resistance from that point. I want to verify on the 2 hour. We do have. Let me check the 30-minute resistance. I wonder if there's like an old 30-minute or 2 hour support. Yeah, an old 2 hour support. Almost looks like SPY, right? Um, so yeah, so we're stuck in this window right now. Just based on this window, we'll have to wait and see what happens. See if it'll stagnate or actually break out. But I don't really see a whole lot. It says calls above 261. I think what they're going for is if it breaks about 261, it'd be quick. Like they're probably looking at that 266 price target, and from that on, they'd probably sell it. Um, puts below 256. 256. That's super low. are, is it 250? Oh, it's 252. So 252. So pretty much this trend line that I made. So if it breaks below this triangle, we'll probably see at 245. That's it for Apple. Google. Um, I said calls on Google last time because we saw Google on the list last time. Uh, just based on the daily, it looks, yeah, it looks fine, really. So that's the daily resistance. I want to see if it breaks above the 2 hour. Here's its 2 hour resistance right there. So I'll probably look into calls. If it stays above this purple line, I'll probably do calls, unless it creates a 4 hour resistance, which it is. So that's our bit nerve wracking. Also, earnings is coming up too, so I'll probably just avoid. Yeah, I'll probably avoid Google, but it'll probably be calls going into earnings though. Uh, Intel's been pretty shady lately. It did have it did have like a good uptrend calls like way back, but now it's sort of stagnating. Because it had earnings, so where it's always been performing horribly. But generally, it has a really good support right here. So we'll get rid of these because these don't matter anymore. Um, so generally when there's a 2 hour support, I'm in 2 hour window right now. And once it has this support on 2 hour along with this orange 4 hour line, which was we got that 4 hour line from here from its old resistance. Uh Generally that's sort of like a bounce. Also we have a red um support too. So I'll you probably could see Intel having an uptrend. So I'll probably looking at Intel for calls really. Uh, because this is like a really heavy support. That's why I had like a massive bounce. So we'll see if it stays above like was it the 45 price mark? Unless it breaks below the 2 hour, we'll probably see. Uh, Looking at the daily is losing a bit momentum. Not too crazy. So yeah, it's pretty much wait and see what happens. But other than that, it's holding good support. Oh, the 1 hour does indicate your resistance. So I'd say like breakout point is like 49.58. Was it? And they have 49.58 too. So yeah, I can see where they got their number because it's in the 1 hour right here. That's where they got it. They're probably doing a gap fill right here up to 53.83. To get a better price, where it's going to stop actually. Um, oh, it's gonna stop at 84. So yeah, so probably like a $1 gain. So we'll see if it holds this. What you could do is you can buy in now and see if it reaches up to like 54. And you get a better price into it, but you have risks of a downtrend. Cat's been amazing. Like overall, if you had this long term, that's like a 401k. It's been doing amazing, just nonstop. Uh, but other than that, we are looking at the daily of it. We do have a daily resistance right here. That's green. Do we have a daily KOV one too? Yeah, we do. So I would say once it breaks below this price, which is what 652.36. uh 36. Once it breaks below that, then we'll probably see like a bit of a downtrend. I wonder, they say 642. Dude, we can get in way earlier. But it all depends on the 30-minute, if these resistance are pretty active. Um, Look on the 4-hour. We have a 4-hour resistance also, which doesn't help its case. You have a 4-hour red support, which is pretty low, which is what, right here? Hmm. So yeah, I want to double check if the daily had like an old support. Yeah, it's super old. It's too far down below. It's like far, far down below. It's like all the way down here. So we can just ignore it. So the fact that it has 2 resistance already, does have a 4-hour resistance. Yeah, pretty old one. I assume this is their breaking point right here, which is 645.34. There's a 642. That's still, I guess for security it makes sense. Um, I'm looking at the 1-hour support line. So we have an old support. Here's the second one. So if I have 2 OG setups, so have a daily OG 4-hour and daily, which is that green and that orange. It says I should focus on the 2-hour. So I'll go on the 2-hour. So right here. So the 2-hour lines up with the hour. So pretty much I would say if it breaks below this purple line, and do puts. We'll keep it simple. And also we need to focus on this 4-hour. Also this red line has crossed this orange line. So I don't think it's gonna happen in a bit unless it makes a dramatic drop. But we'll see. But I don't see anything too crazy right now. CVS. I don't think I like trading CVS because I don't like the stock options on it. Uh, we have of course, we have a crazy daily support. Okay. I would expect people to do calls on it, based on the support. Yeah, it just created a whole bunch of support right away. Did it create a yellow also? Yeah, it did. Create a yellow. I created a yellow one. A lot of supports. Let's see. This one we will use the 1-hour to see if there's a breakout. Actually, we can use the 4-hour. Nothing on the 4-hour. It looks like it could be stagnated. But I think if I was the other person, what, you'd probably wait until it breaks above 77.42 and do with this gap fill that it has right now. What's it say? 77.30. Uh yeah, 77.30. See, so they're pretty much focused on this line right now. I'll make it black. Pretty much focused on this guy. It's like, hey, if it breaks above here, I'm gonna do like a gap fill right there. That's what their main focus is. And if it below 70.69, so yeah. I would say when it's below, yeah, when it's below 71, like 711 actually. We can find like an early indicator on it. Just use the 2-hour right there. So yeah, so pretty much like I said, if it breaks below this purple line, do puts, calls above this block line. Not too crazy. Pretty straightforward. But I don't think I would play it. HP. HP does not look great. Like it's on a continuous downtrend. It doesn't look healthy. To me, it's just a long-term hold. But there's no signs of like a recent support. I guess like right here, it does have like the 4-hour support. That's fine. Does the 2-hour complement it though? Sort of. Not really. Yeah, it's hanging on this 1899. Was it 1894 is what they're saying? So more security makes sense. If it's above what I would say 1965, what they say 1963. So they're pretty much basing off this little upscale candle, which I don't know where they're getting it from really. It's from the 1 hour? I don't know from the 1 hour. I think it's from the 30-minute. Yeah, it's from the 30-minute window. That's why. It makes sense, but I wouldn't trade that. It just doesn't look just on like a heavy downtrend. KR Kroger. Kroger's been interesting lately. Let's see. Kroger has a good daily support. Daily. We got warrant. Purple. We do have a resistance, which is right there. Actually, that's pretty good. Actually, I don't mind doing calls on KR. Actually, I think you probably focus. It also has a yellow support, so it's holding a lot of good support right now. Let's see. I have to go to the 4-hour. 4-hour red, which means it's hitting its launching point right now. The red launching point. 2-hour. It does have this nice green line in the 2-hour, but I have nothing that verifies it though. I can't verify the 2-hour. I can verify the 2-hour right here. That's a solid support. You have to look all the way back for it. So that doesn't really help its case on the 2-hour. I sort of wish it sort of did, but the 1-hour says it's resistance though. Ugh, that's not good. So yeah, it's such a fat gap though. It's just it feels like it's in no man's land. The 4-hour doesn't verify of its uptrend yet. We don't have verification. Maybe on the 30-minute. Oh, we do have a verification on the 30-minute. So, uh, so yeah, verification on the 30-minute on the red support. So I would say calls on it. So we'll see. MA, I think MA sort of like the same concept. Go to the 4-hour. It's seeing the 4-hour red launching pad. Daily. It's above its old daily support, which is this purple line. Yeah. Oh, right here when we saw like all this resistance. Yeah, that was super bad. So it's above the purple line, which is good. 4-hour. Oh, it's creating its 4-hour resistance right now. So when it's creating this 4-hour blue resistance, we can sort of ignore these lines up here. These don't mean anything right anymore. That was the old resistance. Hence we had this downtrend. So as of right now, it had earnings, which is fine. Oh, it has a 2-hour resistance point. So yeah. Does it share with the 1-hour? It sort of does. But from that, I'd say if it breaks above The 543, yeah, do some calls on it. But there's no verification on it yet, though. We also do have that's a heavy 2-hour resistance, and we have a 2-hour support too, which is a old support. Which is like what, right here? Which doesn't line up very well. There's one right there. Here's like a random one near the red. I wonder if the 4-hour. Oh yeah, it does. So generally, if we have like a red and orange with the 2-hour support line, that's when we have like a nice spike up. But we're pretty much waiting to see if it breaks above 543. What they say on here? 544. Yeah, 543. Same difference. Damn, we have a list. Meta, man, that's been blowing up too, which is so crazy. They had great earnings. All right, let's remove all the drawings. So, we have blah 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 for 742 resistance. Is that resistance on the daily? No, it's resistance on the OG. So we have an OG resistance. We had an old daily blue resistance, which took off. Where did it take off from? We have a good daily support, which was this purple line. Big window for sure. We have the first initial 4-hour resistance, and it created a secondary one right here, right on the daily. So we have two heavy supports, which makes sense. If it breaks above the 743 or 744, probably a huge uptrend. Is that what they say? Yeah, 744. Called it. Yeah. For puts wise, I'm probably looking for puts because it is a pretty heavy resistance. We also have a 2-hour resistance on top of it too. So yeah, we have 3 whole resistance onto it. So we probably see a bit of a downtrend. Probably not too crazy. Probably could drop down to like 695 though. Let's see. We have just old low support bars, which is all the way down here. So, truthfully, probably gonna happen is we're probably gonna see like bit of up and down stagnation until we have like a 30-minute breaking point could go down, or have like an up, then bounce off from there. So yeah. So yeah. Pretty much waiting till meta breaks above 744. If not, it'll probably have like a downtrend, but there's no signs of it yet. Uh Mo's been great. Had a bit of a dip, but I think Mo's great though. I say that because one of my long-term 401ks is a tobacco company too. That's considered as my long-term also. What could we say about this? It's bouncing off the 4-hour support. Is it support or is it a resistance? Oh, it's bouncing off old 4-hour resistance. We also have, so we have like a red or yellow right here. We do have a 4-hour resistance, which is a bit of a bummer. Do we have a daily resistance? We do have a daily resistance also. So it's a bit old, but it's still there. So I break below it. He also has a 2-hour resistance. Tell the truth, if Mo breaks above this purple line right here, 1 month hold. Easy. Do calls on it for 1 month. Sort of missed out on the early big dip before the earnings, but yep. But for a downward trend, let's see. Let's see. For it to maintain a downward, it has to stay below 60.52. If it stays below that, and if it, yeah, 60.52. I wonder if it has like the 1 hour. Yeah. Same price line. Here's your trend line, guys. So if it breaks below this purple line, go wild. I'll probably touch up here, resistance, and break down this purple line a little bit later. Probably like next week, February 11th. Probably like a red Valentine's Day. Probably could happen. Microsoft, I don't want to touch Microsoft. I don't even want to look at it. Like we don't have Microsoft as a long-term choice. But I think people are just trying to play the bounce right now. I don't really care for it. It has a 2-hour support. It has the 4-hour support, which is nice, I guess. If it has the daily, also, yeah, it could be an easy bounce call. Yeah. It also has the daily too, but I just don't want to touch it right now. I think it's a bit sensitive still after earnings, so I'm not gonna touch that unless it breaks the 1 hour resistance. So right now, we'll see if it breaks out of this little crevice. Tesla, man, Tesla. I haven't played Tesla for a long time. I'm looking at Tesla, do puts on it. That's it. I think I was like analyzing it already. This is the 4-hour. It's the red. Okay. I possibly could go wrong easily. But yeah, it has like a purple right there. It created a brand new support line, but we're mainly focused on the old one. So yeah, if it breaks below 422 or 4 and it stays below there, do puts. But just based on the market, how everything's going, I would say puts. But never know. Never know. UPS. UPS is my long term. So obviously, I'm gonna say calls. I'm biased right now. I did have my guy invest in UPS around the $101 mark because the returns on it in dividends is so good and it's like at COVID prices. So as me bias, I say calls. Also, number of sellers right now super good. There's no one selling it. We have a bit of a dip. It's holding the 20-day moving average on the daily. Look on the weekly, dude. Look at those sellers. No one's selling it. Just the level of sellers. But on the monthly basis, it looks okay. It is trying to crack down, see what happens. But man, yeah, it's good prices right now. It's at COVID prices. So that was 2020 prices. I think that's if the fact that it survived COVID and it's at that price, same price. Also, people have been buying and selling their own stuff to make more money. You know, everyone's like side gig. Like a lot of people trying to sell stuff on eBay to make like a second income. They're going to be using like UPS and FedEx and stuff. That's just That's my theory behind it. Um, but yeah, when people are in type of recession, everyone's gonna do like the Gary way of trying to sell their stuff. But that's it. Gut fills, what they have. They have what's it? K KHC Kraft. Every time I see KHC, I think of Kentucky Fried Chicken, but no, it's wrong. Crafts. I don't like crafts. It does have like a nice heavy support on the weekly basis, but it's almost looking like Bitcoin right now. Um, it'll have this stagnation, so it'll have its ups and downs, but nothing too. It has a good daily support right now. I wonder if it has like the 4 hour support. It already has this 4 hour support right here. Does the 2 hours support it? Oh, of course it does. So hence, yeah, it does. Let's get rid of some drawings. I want to sort of see if it's breaking out. So that's its breakout price right here. The breakout zone is above 23.59. Checking the hour. This hour has to cross for it to break out. So yeah, I can see calls onto it, even though like the long term charts don't look great. But yeah, the our indicator right here with the red line says 23.88. So if it goes above that, yeah, probably do calls on it. Uh, yeah. My bad for this video is a little bit longer. I'm just taking my time. It's Sunday. I've been studying the entire weekend, so I've been taking my time making the video. So that's it for the watch list. And we'll see what happens next week.